here we are at another Barnes & Noble. Here's my friend Jessica. Say hi, Jessica. And so, Jessica, tell me what books you picked and why you picked the books.
Well, firstly, we've got Simon R. Green, the latest one in his Nightside series. And originally, these are actually in YA. And
I didn't know I forgot they were young adult.
Originally, they were YA. They're shorter books, but his prose is amazing. It's very fantasy, sort of that urban fantasy genre that we're looking at. There's not a lot of romance. It's pretty straight sci-fi fantasy, but
I would say that also has a good bit of the horror element.
That it's actually time for us to go see a movie. I know. Sometimes Dana goes and watches.
I know.
Movies.
It's amazing. I don't know if you'll believe me when we tell you this, but I do in fact watch TV and movies.
She watches South Park. Who reads watches South Park?
Everyone. Only the cool people. Only the cool people. Thank you. I love you. Okay, to come back to what we're going to probably talk about later, Coming Undone by Lauren Dane. I'm holding it, and hopefully you can see it, but I'm going to put credits at the end, so even if you can't, you'll see it later. This is Karen Chance's Death's Mistress. Second book in a good series, new series, very good. And then, okay, so this one probably might not make an appearance just because I can't decide if I'm going to buy it or not. But Carol Nelson Douglas, this is her Delilah Street Paranormal Investigator series. And this is the latest one, the third, called Vampire Sunrise.
Dana and I actually met this lovely woman at Dragon Con twice. And she's 100% insane, and I love her.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
She's
fabulous
crazy.
Sense of style, fabulous sense of just fabulous. Like, just walks around in her own fabulousness. And she, like, came to a couple panels where she was like, I'm not even on this panel, but I thought I would just come in and sit down. Now I'm going to be on the panel.
Exactly. She's, like, starts in the audience, and all of a sudden she's in one of the speakers, and you're just like, what happened here?
But you love her, so it doesn't even
headgear, feathers, little hats.
That's why I have a feather problem. That's like 50% of my love for her is because she can pull off feathers in her hair. Like,
Jessica, she can pull off feathers in her hair. She's just so crazy and or drunk that she wears them anyway.
And it's fabulous. She's fabulous. If she's watching this, you're fabulous.
Either way.
Last thing.
Oh, last one.
This is just an anthology. It has Lori Foster. If you don't know Lori Foster is my boo-boo. She's a romance author.
Double the Heat. I don't know if you can see this, but again, credits at the end. You'll see it there. Either we could even look this up on the internet and talk about it. So
I don't really know the other authors in it though, at all. I just know Lori.
I know Deirdre Martin, but
I don't really know her at all.
I don't really remember her much. So I'm going to talk, and you're going to sit there and text. Jessica's going to text, but I'm going to actually talk about the books. Okay, so we're back from the movie, and it gets a thumbs up. Really bloody. It was really bloody. Unexpectedly.
And the ending was like, but Willem Dafoe. Badass.
Yes, I agree. Really agree. So, take your time, but if you're in North Carolina, it's totally worth the $7.50 for the student ticket. Okay, this is Karen Chance's Death Mistress. It's her second series. This one's focused on a Dampier, which is... Do you want to share with the...
Dampier? It's a half human, half vampire.
Okay, wonderful. Just in case you were not up on the lingo.
If you didn't know, I learned it from Blood Rain, top 5 movie of... It was the worst movie of all time. Worst movie of all time. Horrible dialogue, horrible everything.
I love that was turned into like a movie review video.
It is. Okay, sorry.
This is going to be great. It's also going to take forever.
Sorry, okay, focusing.
Yeah, right.
This next book.
Okay, well, we didn't really talk about this one.
Okay.
Vampires, Dampiers, various paranormals. I don't know, tiny bits of romance, but not really. But
still an excellent author.
Excellent author. This is Lauren Dane's Coming Undone. It's the sequel to her previous book, Laid Bare. Now, this is erotica. I'm being completely upfront with you guys. Lots of sex. Just be prepared. I originally found her as an ebook author who did a lot of werewolf series, and then moved to the other things that she had published.
But I think, didn't I ask you about Laid Bare, and then you did, because you didn't read Laid Bare before me, did you? And you always read everything before me.
I think I read it before you.
I don't remember. Regardless, having not read this, I'm not quite sure what this situation is going to be, but Laid Bare, I would say definitely erotica, but she does an excellent job of sort of blending more of the hardcore erotica with more of like the romancy kind of feel. Okay. So if you're looking for something hardcore but not too hardcore, think like, never mind, I'm not going to say that.
I was going to say, I know what you're
Don't say it. Don't say it. My mom might be watching. Hi, Mom.
It probably, you might think that I'm being a little hypocritical since I talked about last time I pulled this book off the shelf and said these people are too naked. Do you see this woman? She's in jeans and is actually wearing a bikini top. And the guy also, he's in a t-shirt and jeans. So I think that suggests sex, but with plot, which is what I was going for in the last one. And there goes my phone.
Hi.
Sorry about that.
She's so popular.
So, yes, I'm not being hypocritical. This one actually is different than the cover I mentioned. And don't think I can't see you just because I'm not looking than the cover I mentioned in the other video. List for us your top 5 authors.
Oh, no.
Come on, top 5.
Anne Bishop. This is in absolutely no order. Anne Bishop, Black Jewel Trilogy. Read it when I was little, and just little being like 12, and it just changed my life. So, Anne Bishop. Lois K. Hamilton, bar none. I basically worship the god that that woman walks on. When Dana and I saw her at Dragon Con the first time, I like stood there, like, you know how people feel about celebrities? That's how I feel. Oh, clearly she looks like a celebrity, but like, I love her. That's it. Let's see. I'd probably honestly put Foster on my list.
Okay.
Because I love all of her books and read them like crazy.
I'll give you that.
I'd have to put L.J. Smith on my list just because she was such a pivotal part of like my growing up. L.J. Smith got me to like books. I read them in the 6th and 7th grade in Mr. Fortune's band class because I was a trombone and there were only 2 of us. So like he never called on us to play, so I like constantly had my book out and was constantly reading, and that's how I like honestly like she taught me how to love books.
See, I like L.J. Smith, but I don't think I put her on my top 5.
So she has to be because she taught me how to love books.
Okay.
Has to be.
I'll give you that.
And then my 5th is split between
ooh, cheating.
Jim Butcher, Simon R. Green, and George R. R. Martin.
Split it between like 3.
Yes.
You failed at this game. You failed at
That's how I do. That's how I do. Oh my gosh, Patricia Briggs has to be on my list. And Alona Andrews. They have to be.
Okay.
They have to be. So that's like what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my 9.
You want to give one more and round it up top 10?
Who would be in my top 10? So we have, let's recap really fast. We have Anne Bishop, Laura K. Hamilton,
Lori Foster,
L.J. Smith,
and then you
Simon R. Green, Jim Butcher, George R. R. Martin,
so you have 3 more.
Patricia Briggs, Alona Andrews,
and you got 1 more.
Who would my 10th one be? I'm visualizing my bookshelf right now.
What was that one with that weird series that you loaned to me forever ago? I don't remember.
The Lilith St. Crow?
No. That's completely different. This is a much older author that I'm thinking of at the moment.
I don't know. Get back to me on this 10th one. I'll get back to you.
Okay. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. It gives you a good list of what you can go.
Do you need us to move?
Okay, thanks. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because I'm the host, and so I don't have to list my top 10. My top 10 will be for a later video. Yeah, that's right. I'm hosting. Thank you for joining me at Reading Amidst the Chaos. I will try and actually create a credits at the end of this video so that you can kind of see what we discussed or what got mentioned and didn't actually get discussed.
I'm concerned about my top 10. Like, who would be my 10th one? We have to go home immediately so I can look at my bookshelf.
And hypothetically, there might be a second part to this video with Jessica.
With saying one author.
One author.
Just one author.
And looking at her bookshelf. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye.